Bippity boppity boop. Here's the scoop. In a drop top coupe, me and the troops next to a hot bowl of soup. Anyway, we have XRP, Bitcoin, and an article regarding Kraft, a multi-billion-dollar food manufacturing and processing conglomerate here in the traditional sphere of finances and entities in the world, filing patents for some of their products to be used in the metaverse, following a trend similar to many other mainstream conglomerate companies here. We're now likely going to see some Kraft metaverse Kool-Aid, some metaverse Kraft dinner, metaverse cream cheese. Lots going on here in the crypto sphere. Be sure to stick around till the end to not miss any of what's going on now. XRP currently making its way downward here. Bearish Robos in play a couple months ago have saved us from 54% in downside because we're not, investing with bearish Robos in play. Obviously, looking for support down below. 30 cents here is going to hopefully present a nice bounce here for us. Maybe, maybe not. 25 cents is going to be the stronger horizontal level waiting for us in any sort of continued downside. Feel free to invest 20% of your XRP investment at 25 cents with a little more confidence of potential support being found at that level. But it's only 20% of your investment, so if resistance is found, then you can easily reduce it and then reinvest it at our next support level down below, potentially 21 cents, but 17 cents is the stronger level. So we always just go with the flows, look for support and or resistance in any instance. But we also have this dash downtrend line in play as well, giving us a hard time, pushing us further toward these support levels. And so once we find ourselves above this dash descending trend line, we may be able to anticipate some upward moves here toward this solid descending trend line. Once we find ourselves kind of up and out of this one, which won't be for like another million years from now, that would be when you can more comfortably invest your 30% downtrend based investment ratio. At the moment, I'm not a huge fan of this dash descending trend line. And, maybe if its significance is kind of proven here over the following weeks, we may be able to, invest accordingly with it. Though, as I mentioned, the solid descending trend line is going to be the more significant confirmation. And if you've been following along, that remaining 50% can be invested when two of our chosen three robos return to a bullish state. And we have experienced, 90% in gains, 18%, 242% in gains after bullish confirmations. And so right now, we just are patiently waiting for those parameters to be met here. It would appear continued downside and or sideways is continuing to play out. So we just are patiently waiting for bullish parameters to present themselves here. We can then begin more comfortably jumping back into XRP. At the moment, price action still correlating slightly with this ridiculous range that we took from 2020 into 2021 there. Hypothetically suggesting we may interact with dramatic lows near 17 cents here before we return to 46 cents within just a few short months and then continue our way upward. We do anticipate continued sideways and or downside here toward these ridiculous lows. Based on this hilarious range of sideways, it is not impossible for us to make this sort of dramatic range of movements within this short amount of time. But we go with the flow of crypto. Nobody really knows. Watch out for Robo. So the firm joins a host of mainstream companies such as Gatorade, Nike, Adidas, and Coca-Cola that have moved to secure their products and branding in the crypto/virtual sphere here. According to a tweet from United States Patent and Trademark Office, a licensed trademark attorney in a tweet reads, Kraft Foods has locked in trademarks for Jell-O, Kool-Aid, Velveeta, Lunchables, Oscar Mayer, Philadelphia, and of course the Kraft brand, including kind of a whole bunch of sort of things under that umbrella. The firm's NFTs and metaverse trademarks cover a long range of potential services and products, including a virtual restaurant where users can earn rewards and virtual assets, virtual food and drinks, NFTs and NFT-backed media, and marketplaces for virtual goods and NFTs. If you've been following along, they're really big on NFTs. But Lastly, it kind of just mentions here that it is unclear if Kraft will look out to roll out any virtual offerings or promos soon, but it does mention that a hot dog brand, Oscar Mayer, was auctioning off a pack of Dogecoin themed hot Doge wieners via eBay in August of 2021, and that came with 10,000 free Dogecoin. And so that was, some nice increased exposure here for the space. This is increased, adoption here, in my opinion. A very huge entity like Kraft getting involved in the space. It's mentioned, 5 other huge brands doing this as well. We've also seen the likes of, Facebook, McDonald's, Disney doing this as well. So lots going on here in the crypto sphere. Another reason why I find it very difficult to be bearish during this extremely fear-filled low time in crypto. I would be accumulating during this time, in my opinion. Find this article in the description because it also talks about how some American sort of Hollywood actors here have interacted with the crypto space. We have actor Seth Green reunited with his Bored Ape that was stolen from him via a phishing scam. And we also have Jim Carrey tokenizing some original artwork for charitable causes. But you can find this article in the description. We have Bitcoin continuing to interact in a similar manner relative to price action taken from back in December of this year, where we saw that wick down, tight descending consolidation toward support, a break upward toward local resistance that formed, and a continuation downward. As we can see here, we have that wick made on the 12th of May, tight consolidation downward toward support, a break upward toward local resistance 32K. If you've been following the channel, we've been mentioning is giving us a hard time there. And as you can see, we have continued our way downward. At the moment, we are looking for potentially, if we were to continue to correlate similar to this section of price action here, potentially sideways now over the next couple of weeks, consolidating near this $25,800 level. At the moment, we do anticipate, continued sideways and or downside bearish robos in mind here. So, watch out for continued interaction toward these horizontal levels. So we're going with the flow of crypto and watching out for robo. You already know 20% can be invested at support once that has been further solidified. 30% can be invested when we find ourselves above this solid descending trend line. We'll visualize a dashed one if necessary to potentially use to, trade upward with in some short-term moves. And that remaining 50% can be invested when 2 of our chosen 3 robos return to a bullish state. The fear and FOMO zones here suggesting to be slowly accumulating Bitcoin between the dramatic range of 37K all the way down to, I potentially hypothesize, 20K. Consider buying Bitcoin during this time over the next kind of following months here. Moving forward, we do anticipate potentially 45% in downside relative to 2 previous fear zone interactions and at least a month of sideways. I personally anticipate perhaps several months of sideways here, potentially trading within these prices we're interacting with for the next several months here, more toward the end of the year before we can continue our upward rally that I do believe is very much intact. I do believe an uptrend is in play based on just how fundamentally different the economy is. And right now, we are just kind of playing out in a way too strategic manner. And things are just looking like it's just kind of too perfect, in my opinion, if things do play out in this way. So 45% in downside relative to when we've entered the fear zone would bring it to roughly 20K or previous all-time highs made back in 2017 there. And so you want to be buying during times of extreme fear. Go oh no, take profit when Robo says there's FOMO. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.